Hey, Dragon Slayers. It's been about 4.5 hours since my last meal. I'm at 95. So, today's topic is more on insulin resistance and its root causes of other diseases. And insulin resistance is often the root cause of heart attacks as well as heart disease. So 1 point rise in your A1C, that is the blood test that measures blood sugar levels over time, can boost your chances of having cardiovascular disease by up to 18%. That's because there are many ways that insulin resistance affects your heart and blood vessels. Insulin resistance raises your blood sugar levels, and high blood sugar leads to inflammation, which damages the lining inside arteries. That damage could make it easier for plaque to build up in arteries. People with diabetes tend to have high cholesterol, especially in small, dense kind of LDL cholesterol that can move easily and slip inside blood vessel walls to create plaque. Plus, blood vessel walls get stiffer, which contributes to high blood pressure. High blood sugar and inflammation also damages the nerves that control your heart. All of these changes can lead to heart disease in your heart and blood vessels. Insulin resistance and diabetes can cause many types of heart related conditions. Heart disease happens when blocked arteries create problems with blood flow that can lead to symptoms like chest pain called angina. Insulin resistance can also lead to weight gain. Being overweight can strain the heart and lead to heart failure. When this happens, the heart can't pump blood as well as it should. Fluid can build in your legs and in your lungs. It can feel hard to breathe. If plaque builds up in one of your heart's arteries and completely blocks blood flow, you'll have a heart attack. If one of the arteries is in your brain gets blocked, you'll have a stroke. Peripheral artery disease is when you have narrowed arteries in the legs. You might feel pain anywhere in your lower body when you move. Early diagnosis and treatment of heart disease and getting control of your blood sugar can help relieve symptoms and delay or stop these conditions from getting worse. So, in the description below, I have this article that I just read to you from WebMD that talks about, insulin resistance and the connection to your heart and heart disease and heart failure. So, a blockage of your heart is a heart attack. A blockage in your brain is a stroke, right? Neither one of those things are good. So the article goes on to suggest how to lower the heart risk. Now, I don't agree with all of these suggestions, but I'll go ahead and share them. It says a mix of lifestyle changes and medication can help you better manage your blood sugar and heart health. I personally am against medication. Not for all people, for myself. Medication definitely has a place, but I believe that most diseases can be cured, if not put into remission, without medication. That's just my personal belief. I'm not trying to push that belief on anyone else. If you feel differently, take the medication. It's fine. They say to lose weight. When you shed a few extra pounds, you can lower blood pressure and blood sugar levels. Well, we know that obesity is also linked to insulin resistance. You see how all these things go hand in hand. They say to commit to a heart healthy diet, and this is what I don't agree with. They say that fights inflammation. They say to get plenty of vegetables and other sources of fiber every day, which is fine. Like vegetables and fiber, as long as they're not starchy, like green leafies are fine. They say to cut sugar, which I agree with. They say to cut saturated fat, which I do not agree with. They say to cut trans fat, which I absolutely agree with. And then they say to also cut salt, which I don't agree with. They say to get active, build up at least 30 minutes of aerobics every day, 5 days a week. Totally agree with that. Strength training, totally agree with that. Stop smoking, cut back on alcohol. I agree with all of those things. So it's mostly the diet portion that I had some contingencies with. But that's what I've got for you guys today. Remember that together you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon as well as heart disease and strokes.